Good morning, everyone. This is Rob with Next Truck Sales, and I want to take this opportunity and introduce you to our 2016 Peterbilt 579. It features a PACCAR MX-13 at 455 horsepower, 1650 torque, and an Eaton 13-speed manual. It's got a 13.2 front, 40,000-pound rears with 355 rear axle ratio. So I'll take you through the truck, show you some of the features, some of the things that we've done, and explain a little bit about the process if you happen to be watching this video and you're not in Canada. If you happen to be in the US, we do have a drop yard in the US where you can take delivery of this truck. It is a 2016. It came from a major fleet, well maintained. We have the service records for it, and I'll show you what we've got going on here. So this has the Peterbilt Smart Air system, which is a system. It's a battery powered air conditioning unit. It has a diesel powered heater. Have a look here. You'll see we've got a pair of brand new Firestone 11Rs on the front, 16 ply to give you the weight capacity of the 13.2 front. You get steer axle disc brakes. You can see that. It actually has all-wheel disc brakes. I'll show you that in a minute. Have a look here. We've got the PACCAR MX. This is the second gen engine that came out in 2014. This one here coming with no leaks, no lights, ready to go to work, good working order truck, good working order engine, completes a forced regen, not deleted. Have a look here. You can see that we have sandblasted and painted this frame. It originally came blue. It's got another coat of blue on it, so it looks great. And pretty much everywhere that you look, you're going to see blue on this truck because that is the way it was ordered. This is the company colors. Come over to the other side here. I'll get this engine running in a minute, but for now, let me just show you all the features of the outside of the truck. Another brand new Firestone. These are polished. It's hard to tell how shiny they are because we've got rain today. It's been raining for about a week now, and I wanted to get this truck on the internet. I've got a bunch of people interested in it. We've been talking about it, and so get her on the internet. Even though it's raining, it doesn't show its best, but you know what? We've got rain for another 3-4 days, so I'm not going to wait any longer. The PACCAR engine, excellent for fuel economy. Not well known for leaking oil as well, so they're pretty good as far as that's concerned, and they are quiet. Suggest that you have a good relation with a PACCAR mechanic. They do require specialty tools, save you from going to the dealer every time you need anything to be repaired. Spring front suspension. Let's go through here. We've had the truck serviced, DOT's done, and the air's cold, the heater's good, and ready to go to work for the next owner. Over on this side, you can see that we've got I do like this feature on the Peets. They've got the batteries are readily accessible here through just literally turning that little handle. Over here, we've got the DEF tank. We've got part of the after treatment is there. We've also got a 100-gallon fuel tank on this side. Has been polished. Inside of here, we've got your bunk heater. You've got your inverter. Xantrex, I don't see the capacity. It looks like it's about a 2,000 watt. We've got a stereo subwoofer, and we've got the Peterbilt Smart Air system. Okay, over here we've got downslung exhaust, or we'll call it underslung exhaust. Sometimes some people call them the grass burners. This is your tailpipe right there. It obviously hasn't done a regen since we painted the frame, so that's why it looks new blue, but it's not going to stay new blue for long. Your Peterbilt Smart Air condenser. We've got a kill switch here. This is a nice feature over here. If you're going away from the truck for any length of time, you're simply going to turn that off and it kills all the batteries. It is a smart switch, meaning that if you turn it off and the truck hasn't powered down, it's not going to throw a check engine light. Some of the Kenworths with similar switches that are inside of the driver's seat area, if you turn them off and the truck hasn't powered off, so say you just pull into a parking lot and turn them off instantly before the truck has had a chance to power off all the computers, draw out all the DEF out of the DEF line and that type of thing, it's going to throw a check engine light next time you turn the truck on, or it could throw a check engine light. This one is a smart power switch, so when you turn that off, it doesn't matter how long the truck's been parked for, it's not going to throw a check engine light. It'll power down the engine computers and all the other chassis computers in the proper order without leaving you with a check engine light afterwards. Over here we've got the Peterbilt spoke holes, and interestingly on the front, they are not Peterbilt spoke holes. Those are just the standard 10 hole. These are Peterbilt spokes with brand new top hats. We've got Goodyear Virgin drives. They are at, I'm going to say at least 80%, and they're all matched. Goodyear Endurance, 80% Virgins. You've got a Holland sliding fifth wheel. It's got about 1 foot of latitude as far as movement is concerned. We've got the Peterbilt low leaf air suspension, which is a 40,000 pound setup, and you can see here we've got disc brakes all the way around. 40,000 pound rear axle. We've got standard highway locks on it, and we've got our standard tail light and reverse mount. Okay, on the back wall of the cab there, we've got 2 work lights and a GPS mount as well. Okay, more polished Peterbilt spoke wheels, and again more 80% matched Goodyear tires. And you can see if you look at the frame, our frame painter is about as good as you're going to find. Just look at the quality of the workmanship that's been done on this frame. It really is a nice job that he does. There isn't really anywhere that you can go that you can say anything about the quality. It's just awesome to look at. It really makes the truck pop. This truck did have a headache rack. The headache rack would have been mounted on that bolt and that bolt, so it will accept a headache rack if you need the extra clearance. And you can see you've got space there for whatever you might want to put, a chain box or straps or anything of that nature. It's a 244 wheelbase with a set back axle, so you've got a little bit of extra cab axle dimension clearance in there. So have a look in that little space there. You've got an extra, let's say an extra 2 feet or at least a foot. Over here we've got a 120 gallon fuel tank, so you've got 220 gallons total fuel. We've got another cab access door through a key. We've got the Bendix blind spotter, which is coupled with the collision mitigation system up front. I'll take you to that in a second once I close the hood. These are your AGM batteries, and it looks like they're still hiding underneath the paint from when we had the chassis done. So I'll just leave that way. Over here, we're back to where we started. Let me show you the collision mitigation sensor. This will detect metal objects in the path of the front of the truck, give you a visual and audible warning on the dash to tell you that you're too close to a vehicle in front. It will apply the brakes if you get too close, so it's a good and a bad thing. People that like to tailgate people, this thing is going to drive you nuts. If you are in stop and go traffic, it's actually very helpful because it will control the speed of the truck. So let's go on the inside here and have a look. You'll see it's certified for California, clean idle. It's got that decal. Have a look in here. You can see it's certified for California emissions again, and it's certified for federal DOT, which is your, where does it say? Certified for DOT standards in place at the time of manufacture, and it conforms with EPA, US EPA regulations. So this is a truck is able to be driven in both Canada and the US and also California. Have a look here, genuine leather seat with the multi-way adjust carpet all the way through. Power locks, mirrors, and windows. Let me get this started up and let you have a look. I will point out a couple of other things, primarily the damage. It's not a new truck. It is in good shape, but it's not new. So let's have a look at a little bit of a gouge in the vinyl of the driver's door. A crack in the B panel, which is likely where your E-log is going to be mounted anyway. And we got a little bit of wear on the steering wheel, and it's been covered up by a steering wheel cover. 647 miles. I'm going to turn on some lights inside of here and let's have a look around. Cruise, automatic climate control. Get some heat on in here. It's not exactly warm today. Your engine brake is there. You've got your trailer brake is here. You've got diff lock. You've got a PTO override. If you are going to be adding a PTO, this truck does not have a PTO. Traction control, override, and 13-speed manual. We've got the original jumbo cup holder, which is good if you like to drink gigantic coffees. And we've got another excellent condition Peterbilt genuine leather seat over here. Have a look in the back. Oh, I didn't close that door. Well, that's okay. It'll give us some light. Let's have a look over here. Okay, so we've got the original, let me see here. Okay, so we've got our inverter, we've got our HVAC controls, Peterbilt Smart Air. Looks like that control panel is dead, so I wouldn't put any stock into the Smart Air system. We would have to have it looked at, and at this point the Smart Air systems are hard to get parts for and hard to diagnose, so we're not going to be going down the path of making it work. We've got secure storage over here. We've got power receptacles throughout the cab, which is nice. So those are tied into the inverter. So that is powered from the inverter underneath the bed. So you can put a microwave or a toaster in there or whatever you see fit. You've got secure storage up here all the way around, and that's nice. You've got a flat screen television mount, and way up top, I think, I'm not sure if we do or not, we've got a plug. So you can plug your TV in there, which is nice. Inside of here, we've got a mirror, a mount for books or papers, and we've got a clothes rack. Here we've got a refrigerator, which is nice. It was on, I turned it off. It's working. We got a brand new mattress. And let's have a look underneath here and see what we've got. Okay, so we've got your diesel fuel fired heater, S-Bar or Robusto, I'm not sure the brand. We've got a stereo subwoofer, and we've got the standard heating and air conditioning system that comes with the truck, as well as the Peterbilt Smart Air system. Okay, I'm going to turn off some lights, and we'll go out in the back, or sorry, go outside the truck and have a look at the engine running. So I'm going to put it up on fast idle. We've got temperature is still cool, but I am going to pop up the hood, and we'll take off the oil filler cap and just have a good look at what kind of blow-by is going on there. That'll give us a good idea of the state or the health of the engine. So let's see what we got. If we've got a lot of blow-by on there, visible blow-by, and the engine is starting to show signs of wear. This one should be good. It's only got 650 miles on it. Nothing visible whatsoever. Have a look here. No unusual noises. No leaks.